This is the biggest flop I have ever seen in all of my life of playing video games. This is the flop to end all flops. This is the final boss of flops. So if you haven't heard the news, Concord is being shut down and is issuing refunds to all players. Everyone knew this game was dead on arrival, but holy shit, this is a colossal failure in every aspect. They made $100 million game, worked on it for 8 years apparently, and did not make 1 cent of profit, not one molecule of money, nothing. And it blows my mind that everyone and anyone could tell you that this game would have flopped from the start, and yet Sony thought this game was so promising, so confident in it, that they had to acquire the entire studio, that being Firewall. Everyone knew this shit was a waste of time and money except Sony. How does that happen? And I'm on my knees praying to God, just hoping to someday know why the fuck they don't just bring back Killzone, SOCOM, or Resistance. Praying for someone to explain that to me. I can't wrap my head around it, and honestly, dude, I'm glad this game failed. I'm so happy that this game flopped. You know why? Because if people bought this generic shit-ass game, that would be telling Sony, yes, this is perfectly fine, and it's okay for you to release the same live service garbage as everyone else. And no, I don't mind live service necessarily. I mind games that want all the players and all the money and people buying skins and all that stuff, but don't bother making a game with even a fucking speck of originality. In this day and age where live service games are so established, you can't just release the same shit as the guy next to you and expect to be rolling in cash and success because it worked for someone else. Why is everyone so against original ideas? And your live service game doesn't have to be completely original, like something no one's ever seen before, no. But could you at the very least put a new spin on the type of game you're making? At the very least, they made a painfully generic game and just expected it to be a huge hit, apparently. Like, huh? Why would it be a hit? It doesn't make any logical sense. And yet I'm seeing a lot of people saying, oh, stop dancing on the grave of this game, and why would you want a game to fail? They worked hard on this. I don't give a fuck how passionate they are. They are taking people's money here, and they need to learn that no one is putting up with games that don't even attempt to be unique or do anything different at all. As far as I'm concerned, this game failing is literally a good thing. And the message Sony gets from this better not be, oh, I guess they don't want multiplayer games, because that's very clearly not the case. You made a painfully unremarkable multiplayer game. Take the L and don't make the same mistake. It's time Sony stopped blatantly ignoring their old IPs, specifically Killzone, SOCOM, and Resistance. I don't care what anyone says, any one of those games would have done at least 10 times better than Concord. And I promise you, you wouldn't be refunding people and shutting down the game in like 2 weeks. What is their excuse for not bringing back their old shooters? They have no excuse anymore. They can't keep acting like they don't exist. If you can take a risk by acquiring an unproven studio on a new IP, then you can take the risk of bringing back an old shooter. It's literally more of a risk to do what they did with Concord. And what do you know? It's issuing refunds. Unbelievable. And I've seen time and time again, Killzone, SOCOM, and Resistance didn't sell well. They barely even sold that much at the time. Okay, for one, Concord didn't even sell 30,000 copies. And two, today's gaming landscape is a completely different beast. And you can't predict sales of a game today off of its sales 15 years ago in the same franchise. That just isn't how it works. I promise you, any one of those games would do well. You know why? Because there's literally nothing on the market nowadays that's anything like those games. They would stand out so well. I know for a fact they do well, and if not, I think we can all agree that they at least do better than Concord. There's no excuse at this point. I've seen some articles, some people online saying the game isn't even that bad. It's not terrible, which is probably true. It's not buggy. It has decent visuals, decent animations, but it's not good either. What's the point of playing a game that's just okay in this day and age, especially a live service game? And I don't know if Firewall is going to get another chance, to be honest, but I think they at least deserve one more chance. And if they don't deliver on the second go, hopefully not 8 years from now, then they need to go. The exit is that way. Close the door behind you. Good fucking riddance. But yeah, that's about it. Hope they learn from this and stop neglecting their old IPs. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.